when I graduated, I decided to move to Italy and live with my father, and a lot of singing was going on down there. My father himself loves to sing and play guitar, so I started encouraging the singer out of myself, and I ended up having a job down at the local bar. It's just a place where fishermen come and have a coffee and leave. They don't really interested in the music, but there I was playing 4 times a week for a pittance, and I sung and sung and sung, and I played and played and played, and I had all my groundwork there, and I developed my repertoire. Well, eventually the time came that I went back to England to get a proper job. One of the first jobs I found was to go off on a cruise ship as a piano vocal entertainer. I thought, well, we'll give this a whirl. I blanked my way through the audition. I had just enough repertoire to get in, and I was on my ship within a matter of weeks. I ended up singing and playing a lot, about probably 4 hours an evening, every evening. I had to take requests, and some of the requests were songs a little bit too difficult to sing or a bit high, out of my comfort zone. It wasn't long before my voice started straining a bit, and I was having a hard time. So in between cruise ships, I was at home, and I saw an advert about the White's technique, and the singer locally, Peter Giles, I phoned him up, and it seemed interesting. It was in an alternative health magazine, and I always had a great interest in alternative health. Anyway, it seemed to me that this was a vocal technique which took into consideration the whole body as an ecosystem, and a healthful way of singing. So I thought I'd check it out. So I took up a few lessons, and instantly it felt great. Everything that he was saying to me resonated with me. I'd already learnt a lot about the body and about health in general, and even about the sinuses. I knew how essential they were to the production of a good voice. It all made perfect sense to me. So I gave the techniques a try, and not only was it great for my singing voice, but it also benefited my whole body, my whole being. It's about being very aware and very conscious about health for your whole body. Yeah, and I could feel my voice was thanking me as well. Well, since I finished the course of White's lessons and practiced it on my own, I can tell you that my voice is greatly improved. I can be soft, I can be loud, I have a range. I feel that the full range, my full potential is reached in terms of range. It's great, and it's about singing without effort. That's the beauty of it. It's letting go of tension, in a similar way to Alexander's technique was to me, which I also did in the past. It's not just singing either, it's speaking, and even the vocal exercises that we were given during our lessons are the ones that I've kept, and I treasure them because they form part of my warm-up and my daily routine when it comes to preparing for singing. What's remarkable to me is this is classical singing technique, and I'm not a classical singer at all. The skills are completely transferable, and I'm singing jazz and pop. And although I was taught by a very classical teacher, the White's technique is a universal technique which transcends all genres.